If anyone is in here, can you tell me if you can view this, if it's backwards or if it's forward for you guys? I just want to make sure that it is visible. All right.
I love Shantae's. And I want to go to this little thing over here.
If there's anyone in here, can you please tell me if this is visible or if it needs to be flipped around? Can you read this? Is it legible to you? If you are just entering, can you let me know if this is legible or if it needs to be flipped? Oh, it's forward, like you can read it or not. You can read it or you can't. And thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm getting everything straight so I can go live on TikTok as well. My name is Nikki. I teach people how to create lives that they love. Yes, you can read it. Thank you, Bondi Rose. Okay, good. Thank you so much. This live will change your life if you let it, okay? Let me just push my button on TikTok and I'm going to get started. This is my specialty. This is what I'm passionate about, you guys. I teach people how to change their lives. I've used it to change my own life. And I'm on a mission to teach others to do the same. So thank you so much for joining me on TikTok and YouTube. This helps me. And I'm going to get started in just a moment. So if you can take screenshots, please take screenshots of my notes on the boards. I put these on here because I understand some people are visual. Okay, again, my name is Nikki. Hey, you guys, make sure to tap the screen for me. Make sure to give me a thumbs up on the tube. All right, my name is Nikki. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Nikki. I teach people how to create lives that they love. If this is your first time here, this will not be your last. That's what I say, right? So let's hop right into it. If you deal with anxiety or depression or anything like that, this is the live for you, right? If you deal with anxiety or depression, so we can make sure everybody can see. I am on the TikTok as well right now, okay? So it really helps me when you guys give me thumbs up, share the live on the tube as well as TikTok. Hey guys on TikTok, tap that screen and share this live, okay? So I'm going to turn the screen around so you guys can see, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey D, hi honey, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. If you guys can, tap in on the tube as well. Help me get my views on there on the live up as well. Okay, guys. So today I broke this stuff down. You know my teachings. I broke them down into somewhat of a chart this morning. Okay, so we are going to go through. Hi, Amber. We are going to go through my teachings a little bit differently today. Okay, so a little bit differently. Okay, so everyone knows when I get up here and I teach, I tell you that you have a program that is playing out in your life. Okay, you have a program. We're just like computers. Okay, so you have a program for every single aspect of your life. Every single aspect of your life, you have a program. You have a program for your family. You have a program for your career, your money, your physical appearance, your personal, how you feel about yourself. You have a program for every single aspect of your life. Okay. So, how did your program get there? Your program got there from your parents, society, TV, school, etc. Everything in your life, right, created your program. Okay. So, this means that through repetition of these experiences, okay, through repetition, trauma, and exciting moments, you had a particular program that was installed in you around every aspect of your life, right? So when you come and you say, Nikki, I want to level up, I want to change my life, I want something different, right? I want to experience life in a different way. How do we do that? We do that by changing our program. We see that it was easily installed through repetition, trauma, and exciting experiences. That's how the program got there. For example, it's the repetition of the way that your parents treated you. It's the repetition of the teachers you experienced. It's the repetition of the TV shows that you watched that created a certain belief within you, right? See, so once you install a program, that creates a belief within you, right? Okay. Let me explain something. We're all existing here on earth. We're all here on earth, right? If we're all here on earth, why are we not all experiencing life the same way? Why not? We're all experiencing it here. We're all here, right? And so the reason why is because we all have different programs. Now, if we all have different programs, that means that we're going to experience life differently. So if we want to level up, if we want to experience life differently, we're going to change our program. Okay. So I need you guys to remember this. Your program, put it in the notes. Your program equals your beliefs, which equals your experience. Your program equals your beliefs, which equals your experience. All right. The TV shows that you watch made you believe life was a certain way. And because it made you believe life was a certain way, you have been experiencing life in a certain way. All right. The way that your parents loved you or didn't love you, right, made you believe that parents are a certain way. Okay. And your relationship with them is a certain way. Therefore, you experience life with them a certain way. All right. Okay. Society. Okay. So I should be giving you examples of all of these. So in society, if you've always had to deal with people judging your appearance, or people calling, I mean, them being racist towards you, or whatever it may be. It can be different examples, different scenarios, right? But if you've always experienced that, right, that will create a belief within you. So you will be believing that, oh my gosh, people don't like me physically. Oh my gosh. People feel I'm a threat. Oh my gosh, whatever it is, right? So because you have this belief, you are going to experience this world completely different from someone who may not view their life like that. Okay. So I hope that this is making sense. Raise your hand if this is making sense so far. Okay. Raise your hand if this is making sense so far. If not, this is the time to ask me questions. Okay. Um, Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So now it's the repetition of these things happening. Say, for instance, right, you go out in the world and one day out of your 34 days of living, you experience a racist person, right? Are you necessarily, just one time, are you necessarily going to feel like the world judges you according to your appearance, your race, right? Probably not. But if you are constantly seeing it on the news, if you are constantly seeing it in movies, if you are constantly experiencing that through what you watch, see, all of that, if you see it over and over again, will you then believe that the world judges you according to your race? Absolutely. Okay. You guys think it's by mistake that we are fed these certain movies and TV shows and stuff like that? It's not a mistake. Okay. All right. So it's the repetition of these things. It's the repetition of these things happening that creates a belief. All right. Trauma. What about trauma? Trauma only has to happen literally one time. Now, we know trauma can happen gradually over time. We know trauma can happen one time and be instantly impactful. We know that with trauma, it depends on who experiences it, right? That will determine how it impacts a person specifically. But trauma, it only takes one time to change your program and therefore your belief. If I get carjacked, if I'm 16 years old and I'm in my car and I'm coming back from my friend's house and I get carjacked, right? That's going to be traumatic for me at 16 years old. I'm going to think that, oh my gosh, it's not safe for me to drive by myself. I may even not drive by myself forever from then on, right? Because it was traumatic for me in that moment. It took one time. It didn't need to take 10, 20 times for it to become a belief within me. It only took one time for me to understand this world is not necessarily safe all the time. Okay. Or exciting experiences. You got some of us who like to ride on roller coasters and we get that adrenaline rush. And then you get some people who are like, okay, listen, that's not for me. One time is all it took for them to know that no, I do not enjoy roller coasters. I do not enjoy roller coasters, right? Okay. So it depends on the person experiencing it. Okay. But the repetition, trauma, and exciting experiences, this is how we program ourselves. Okay. This is how we program ourselves. Now, here we go. We're going to reverse engineer it. Why? Why are we reverse engineering it? We're reverse engineering it so that we can actually experience life how we want it. If we understand that A equals B equals C, right? Then and we want C, a specific C, then all we do is reverse engineer. Okay, C equals B equals A. So we need to change this so that this will change and therefore this will change. All right, that's all we're doing. We're not going to make life stuff complicated. We're going to detach our emotions from this stuff and actually get to what we desire. We don't have time to get attached emotionally, try to spend days and days and days trying to figure this stuff out. It's not that complicated. It's not rocket science. Okay. So now, we understand the technique of how the program got there, but how do we change the program? What tools do we use to change the program? So we use what Nikki calls creative tools. Okay. I don't know what everybody else calls them, but I call them creative tools. Why do I call them creative tools? Okay. First, you must understand what you are. And you are a creator. Okay. You are a creator. All right. So the fact that you are a creator, okay, means that you have what I call creative tools. Okay. And if you have creative tools, then that means that these things are what you are going to be able to use to level up in your life, to change your program. All right. These things are your God-given right. You were blessed with these. You came with these. The divine brought you here with these things. Your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions. The divine blessed you with all of these things. Okay. No one can take this stuff from you. Okay. This is yours. This is your human right. Okay. All right. To think, to speak, to act, and to feel. This is your human right. And if you think about it, it's what we do naturally all the time anyway, right? And because we do it all the time anyway, guess what? That means that this should be so easy for us to change our lives into how we really want to experience it. You do these things naturally. Creating comes naturally to you. Okay? It comes naturally. You are a creator. Okay? You have creative tools. Okay? These are creative tools that you use to create your reality. All right? This is what we're doing here. We're creating, I'm teaching you guys how to create your reality. Okay? So, before I teach you how to use your creative tools, because you're a creator, all right? First, I'm going to finish explaining, all right? So, remember I said what you do here equals this, okay? So your parents, society, TV, school, stuff, where you loved, where you nurtured. If so, you will have the belief that you are safe, right? You have the belief that you are safe. If you were bullied or abused, right, then you may have the belief that you are fearful. You may have fear in your life, right? Did you make good grades? Were you athletic, popular? Did you have any super exciting experiences, super traumatic experiences, right? All of these things, okay, from your upbringing, from your life, right? Okay, all of these things have created your belief, all right? And because you believe the world to be a certain way, you will experience it in a certain way. Okay. So when you do these, when you change these, your creative tools, you will begin to believe what's here in your mind. You will begin to believe it. And then once you actually believe it, guess what? You will experience it. Okay. You will experience it. Okay. So, anybody that wants a screenshot of this, please take your screenshot now, just in case I erase something, so that we can ensure that you have whatever notes that you need. Okay. Okay. Let me know. Does anyone have any questions at this time? Okay. Does anyone have any questions at this time? Hold on 1 second, guys. Is he okay? Okay. Gosh, and they're being crazy. All right. Okay, so now we're going to get into the mind. I'm going to teach you guys how to bring something from out of the mind and into the 3D world, how to make something tangible. Okay? So how many of you guys have ideas in your mind right now? How many of you guys have ideas? I absolutely agree with gentle parenting. I just saw that question scroll up really quick. I agree with gentle parenting. Um, my husband doesn't necessarily. I feel like parents should do the best that they can, hopefully without. Can't screenshot. I have PTSD. Okay. So if you deal with depression or anxiety like that heavy, don't get off the live until I get off the live. Hey, Lakita. Yeah, some people can't screenshot because TikTok has changed it. So some of you guys will be able to, some of you guys can't. Okay, some of you guys will be able to, some of you can't. So some of this stuff is available for printouts on the site. let me make sure I put the site here for you guys. If you join the winner circle, you can get the printout that I'm going to give you guys here. We are all winning. Okay. If you guys go there, you can find if you join the winner circle, you will get the printouts for the mind map that I'm going to be making here, and you'll get the winner circle affirmation list. Okay. So if you're new here, also get your class materials. You'll see the tab at the top. Get your class materials. Okay. So here, I'm going to show you guys how to bring something from the mind. Okay, watch this. This is going to be really fun. Okay, this is going to be really fun. Let me get something else to put up here. Okay. All right. So, for those of you who are wondering how to manifest, a lot of people are wondering how to manifest. Like, just how do you do it? You know what I mean? How do you do it? So I'm going to show you guys right here. This is an example, okay? So this right here is a contact lens exam. A contact lens case. Okay, this is my contact lens case, right? So I have it right here. It's in the mind, okay? This little cloud thing, that's the mind, all right? So this is how all manifestations, inventions, all of that, this is how it all begins. This is how it works, okay? It starts in the mind, right? It does, okay? We know that initially someone has a thought, right? They have a thought about something, okay? When they have that initial thought, oh my gosh, I have an idea, okay? When they have that initial thought, right? They're actually sculpting. They just like sculpted this creation, right? They sculpted it. They said, I have an idea, okay? So their idea is actually sculpting, okay? They're actually sculpting their creation, sculpting it, okay? You're sculpting it, all right? You have an idea, just like an artist, just like a creator, because we are a creator. We're creators, right? We are creating our manifestation. So you have to draw the outline. You have to sculpt it, right? You have to have the initial idea. Then every time you go back into your mind and you think more about it, you're like, yeah, this is going to be great. I have an idea of this case like thing. Is going to be small, and it's going to have these two screw tops, and you'll be able to put your contacts in them and it'll keep them from drying out. They're thinking more and more about it. When they're thinking more and more about their creation, because they are creators, right? What are they doing? They're actually giving details to the creation, right? They're thinking more about it, trying to figure it out. Okay, yes, they're giving details to it. Now, they're going to next start speaking about it. They're going to start telling people about it. Oh my gosh, I have an idea. I have an idea of this little case thing. It's going to be great for people who wear glasses and contacts, or people who wear contacts. They just want to take them out and they need to store them. This is for people who wear the 2-week contacts or, disposable, whatever. They're thinking about it. They're speaking about it. So when they speak about it, what are they doing? They're actually breathing life into this creation. It started here with an idea in their mind. They sculpted it. They're giving details to it. Now they're speaking about it and breathing life into it. They're literally breathing life. Okay, they're breathing life into this creation. All right. So now it's coming to life now. It's coming alive. Okay, it started with the idea. Now we're breathing life into it by speaking about it. We're speaking to our friends. We're speaking to ourselves. We're speaking out loud about it. Okay. Now, what are we doing? We're taking action. So whoever had this idea, they started taking action towards the idea. They started building the prototype, testing it out. What type of material are we going to use? Okay, what do we want to do? Are we going to put R and L on it so people will know they're right from their left? You know, what are we going to do? Okay, they started testing it out, building it, right? They started giving energy to their creation. Now we know it started in the mind with the idea. It started in the mind with the idea. Okay. Then they started giving details to it by thinking more about it. So it's like they're giving details to it, creating it even more. Oh my goodness. They started speaking about it. They're breathing life into it. They're making it come alive. They're giving action to it. They're giving energy to it, right? They're literally giving energy to this creation that started in their mind. Okay. Now what are they doing? They're using their emotions. Okay. When you're positive and happy, okay, when you're thinking about it, speaking about it, acting it out, okay, your creation, when you're positive about it, you are giving positive, powerful energy. You are giving power every single time you use your emotions. Every single time you use your emotions, you are giving power to your manifestation. If you use a negative mindset, if you have a negative mindset, right, you will be giving negative energy to it. You get what I'm saying? So it is so important that you realize you are conscious of whatever emotion you are using when you are creating. Why? Because that emotion gives power. It gives power to your manifestation. So now we sculpted it. We gave details to it. We breathed life into it, right? We spoke about it. What about energy? We started acting it out, giving energy towards it. Okay. What about power? We gave power to it with our emotions. This is how you get something from out of the mind and into your hand. Make it tangible. This is how you get something from out of the mind and into the 3D world. You understand? Okay? If they had never taken the time to give action towards their manifestation, if they had never taken the time to get the prototype built, would we be holding it in our hands? Or would this just be another thought? You understand? How many of you guys said that you have thoughts, you have ideas in your mind now that you've never put action to? You've never spoken to anyone about. You've never used all of your creative tools to help the manifestation come to life. You never did it. So it's still there in your mind, just another thought. It's just another thought. All right? Until you actualize it, it's just another thought. Okay? Right? So a dream without work is dead. A dream without work is dead. Anything you desire, anything can be in this bubble. Anything can be in this bubble. I just gave you guys an example of how to bring something, I use this as an example, how to bring this to life. Did you guys understand this example? Give me a thumbs up if you understood this example. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you just understood my example with this, my analogy, right? How I brought this into the 3D world. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I see a few people that understood. Do you think that it matters what is in this mind of yours? It does not matter. It doesn't matter if it's as small as this or as big as a community that you want to create. It doesn't matter. It's your creation. You are the creator. Okay, so it doesn't matter how big, small, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a new job, a husband, wife, right? It doesn't matter if it's a house. It doesn't matter if it's kids, health, money. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay? Does this make sense? Hey, big world. It doesn't matter what it is. You limit yourself by thinking that if it is something huge or grand, that it's not feasible. That's you limiting yourself. Why is it you that's limiting yourself? Because I keep telling you, you are the creator. Okay? You are the creator. If this is your creation, how could it be impossible? It could never be impossible. It's your thought, it's your creation. If you desire it, that means you have what it takes in order to accomplish it. You just have to discover it, you just have to actualize it. But if the desire is within you, if the desire exists within you, then you already have exactly what you need. Okay? So raise your hand if this makes sense. Thank you guys on the tube. I'm live recording on the tube as well as TikTok. Thank you guys so much. Is this stuff making sense to you guys? We don't have to complicate life. You can make it complicated if you want to. But if you want to get to experiencing your best life, I suggest you just follow these simple understandings, these simple teachings that I'm breaking down for you guys. Okay? All right? Because it's not that serious. Okay? This is the kind of Sunday service I need right now. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for your beautiful comments. I love just knowing that you guys are receptive to my teachings, you know? This is why I get up and I teach this stuff, because it's your right. It's your right to know this stuff. It's your right to understand this stuff, right? Someone says, how can I create positive when negative things are constantly happening to me? So, Elix, you got to know that I'm going to come with that, right? Please don't get off this live until I get off this live. I'm about to take you guys through exactly what you need to take. You need to understand before you get into this manifestation. I teach you guys about manifestation, but someone says, I wish I could watch this from the beginning. I can upload this to it actually will be on the tube, because I'm live on the tube now. So once I shut down my live on there, it will automatically be uploaded. Just make sure you guys subscribe to my channel on there. Okay. So I'm just reading through some of the comments right now. This was absolutely necessary. Thank you for this game changer. You are so welcome, Essence. Thank you guys for being receptive to my teachings. And I'm going to get back to the whiteboard. Just bear with me. I'm just sort of looking through comments right now. An idea can always come to you. Yes. You're talking from the point of an idea being present. But how do you initially create the idea? Oh, Kevin, this is a good question, right? So you're talking from the point of an idea being present. Well, that was showing you how someone did it, right? How someone brought something from the mind into the 3D world. But guess what? The idea will always come from the creator. The idea will always come from the creator. So whoever the creator is, they will have that desire. I'm not to tell anyone what they are to desire. You get what I'm saying? So I can't initially spark. Well, life will help spark ideas, right? How do we get the idea for certain inventions and stuff like that? It's because life is leading us, right? You have to be receptive to the signs that you will get throughout reality. You got to be in tune, right? But it won't be like, okay, I need you to think of this. You think of this idea. Like, it's going to be an internal thing. It's going to be an internal thing. I love this info. Thanks for giving TikTok your time so we can learn more. Absolutely. Absolutely, Wally. I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys are following me. I'm going to get back to this. You guys won't want to miss this second part. The second part that I'm about to go into, this is, y'all think this is deep? Wait until I get into this. It's going to be a game changer, okay? How do I switch to a positive mindset and believe those affirmations? Pumpkin, that's what I'm about to get into, okay? Don't get off this live until I get off this live. Thank you, spiritual healer. I love you so much. Grand Rising Chef. They should teach this in school. Amber, yes, that is the goal for me. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that is the goal, okay? How you feel about yourself will be the reality of your 3D world. Absolutely. And how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, how you view yourself, all of that will be your experience, okay? So other people, how they treat you will be a reflection of how you view yourself as well, okay? The tube channel is the same as this as the TikTok. And I need y'all to tap that screen. We definitely should by now be over 10,000 likes. We should almost be at 50,000 to be real. Thank you. Okay, how do we recognize our programming? Ooh, that's a good one. You guys, I love all these questions. I gotta write them down. How do we recognize the program? What else? How do I switch positive mindset? Don't get off the live till I get off the live. What happened to the other question? What's the other question? I think this is my 4th time joining. I'll never get tired of this lesson. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna get back to the board, guys. I'm just trying to get some of these comments. When I'm rolling, I don't really get a chance to read the comments. I want to stay in the flow. So dreams give me a, especially those that keep popping up. Okay. Yes. If they keep popping up, please act on them. For instance, I kept getting a nudge to get on TikTok and I was ignoring it. Okay. So please pay attention to the signs. Let's see. Thank you for responding to my question. Dropping it on us. I value this info so much. Thank you. Cut up, Kobo. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. So let's see. I'm gonna go back to the board. Okay. It's so many. Let's see. I can't keep up with that. I have a question about what you said about how other people treat us as a reflection of how we view us. Yes, you're on point. I say this to my channel too. Oh, yeah, I need to check out your channel. What about haters and good morning? We are at 12K. Your enthusiasm makes me smile. Good. Thank you so much. Okay, so I caught up. Okay, so let's get back to this, right? All right, so let's get back to it. Okay, so everybody got their screenshot? Everybody got their screenshot. If you want my mind map information, is free. You can get it by joining the winner circle on this site. Okay, we are all winning. All right. Now, so for those of you who are asking, how do we, right, control our negative mindset? So let me get into that. All right. So this right here is very important. And again, if you can't screenshot, you can actually get the printout on my site. Okay. Is this backwards? Okay, good. So my regulars know what this is. But this is, say this is your life, your lifeline, right? Your timeline. This is your past.
Be right back. Go low real quick.
Okay.
Right. I'm coming right back.
You're leaving cash here?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 8/6, okay? This is what? Today. Okay? Here, we have moments in time, which are days. Okay? We have just moments in time, right? These are days. Okay? Can you guys see that? Okay, you can see it, I guess. All right? When we look at our lives, like when the years are stretched out, we know that these days are just moments in time. They're just specks, okay? So we know we have natural ups and downs. We have ups and we have downs. It's natural, okay? Life is never going to be the same. Now, give me a purple heart if you deal with some type of unresolved trauma. If you've had trauma in your life and you've never resolved it, give me a purple heart in the comments. Okay, give me a purple heart. Okay, give me a purple heart in the comments if you have dealt with some type of trauma in your life and never resolved it. Okay, unresolved trauma. Okay, if you have dealt with some unresolved trauma, okay, if you don't resolve it, this is what's going to happen. It will result in some form, okay, some form of depression or anxiety, okay? This is just what it is. If you don't take the time to resolve it, it will result in some form of depression, anxiety, or both. You will know, right? You will know if it's unresolved because you'll either be stuck on it from the past and can't let go of it, or how you maneuver in your present and your future is impacted because it's unresolved. All right. So for instance, let me give you an example. This is your timeline, right? These are simple days. But say on this day, right, you had a traumatic experience. Say on this day you had a traumatic experience, right? We'll make it over here. Say on these days you had traumatic experiences, okay? Say you had say you experienced abuse, okay, on this day, all right? Say that here you got laid off abruptly, okay? Say right here you lost your pet, okay? So trauma can range trauma, there's some trauma that's so impactful that again, like you can fall out of a roller coaster. Okay, that's traumatic. But you can also like break up with somebody and that's traumatic. It depends on what it is and who is experiencing it. Okay? So just like there's ranges to trauma, there will be ranges to the depression and there will be ranges to the anxiety. Okay? So here you are today. Say you are laying in the bed and you're watching 90 Day Fiancé, but you're watching TV, but your mind keeps drifting off, okay, to things in the past. Okay, you get stuck there sometimes. Okay, you may be stuck there for a few hours, a few days, a few weeks. Again, there's ranges to depression. All right, so can you guys see the board with the comments? Can you guys see the board? There you go. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So here you are today. You're in the bed watching 90 Day Fiancé. All right. But your mind keeps drifting back to these moments in time in the past. Things that made you sad. Things that hurt you. Okay. Negative moments in time that didn't feel good. All right. So if you find that your mind is constantly doing that, okay, your mind is here headed this way, okay, this is your mind, okay, but your body is physically here. See, when these traumatic moments happen, you never resolve them. You didn't have anybody to talk to. You didn't have anybody that could help work you through these things. Your body had to physically continue to move forward. Your body physically kept going. But see, your mind keeps drifting back to these moments in time. Why? Because you left a little piece of yourself back here. You left a little piece of yourself back here. You understand? This is why your mind keeps going back trying to find itself. It's trying to find the rest of itself. Okay? So you see these lines here? You see what this is? When you find that your mind continues to drift off like this over and over and over again all the time, okay, you are then causing what I call a state of being. I call this a state of being, a program. This is a program you are creating called depression. You see, remember I told you it's repetition. It's the repetition, okay, of you doing and experiencing something over and over and over again. So here you're using your mind, your creative tool, okay? You're using your mind to constantly think about things that don't feel good. Your emotions are there, right? That don't feel good. And so what's happening? That's impacting you and what you do, right? Because you're probably speaking and saying, I am depressed. I have depression, right? Then you're probably acting on that. You're not doing much. You're staying at home. You're staying in the bed. You're not going around family. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want to date. You don't want to do this. You understand? You're using now repetition, okay, and your creative tools to create depression. You're using your creative tools, your thinking, your speaking, your actions, your emotions, okay, repeatedly to change your program. Remember I told you, okay, this is how you change your program. What is your program? Your programs are your beliefs. So if you are constantly doing this, you are going to then believe what? That you are depressed. Then what are you going to start experiencing? You're going to start experiencing depression all the time. You're going to be getting more and more things that's going to be keeping you in this experience. Why is this happening? Because you are a creator. That's why I keep calling y'all this. You're a creator. You got to understand who you are. You are a creator. Okay? You have to see yourself as this. When you see yourself as this, you understand how to maneuver throughout this world. You maneuver different. You move different in this world when you know who you are. You understand? Okay? So when you know who you are, baby, you're going to know, well, damn, I can't let my mind drift off and keep doing this all the time. I got to get up out of this, because if I don't, I'm going to keep creating more of it. It becomes that simple. The desire to want better, okay, that desire alone causes you to want to break up out of this. Do you understand? Okay? Raise your hand if this makes sense to you. Raise your hand if this makes sense to you guys, okay? I need to know that what I'm sitting up here teaching you guys is actually being understood, all right? Because I don't need this for myself. I'm trying to help everybody else out on here, okay? I shouldn't say I don't need this for myself. Shit, I constantly be in my damn head hearing my own self talking like I'm on live. I be talking to my own self, trying to keep my own self in check. I guess we'll always need this stuff all the days of our lives. You understand? So, okay. So now we got this part. If you deal with depression, all right, and you are sitting on the couch, you're in your car, you're doing whatever you're doing, right? You cooking breakfast, and you notice that you don't feel good. You feeling uneasy. You feeling like stressed a little bit, right? You got to ask yourself, what am I thinking? What am I thinking about? Because when you understand what you're thinking about, you'll realize that it's your thoughts, right, that you are letting run rapid. You're just letting your mind run loose and think about things that hurt you. Think about things that don't feel good. Why are you doing that? Right? Your body is here. Your mind should be here. Why is your body here but your mind over here? That doesn't even make sense, right? Okay? That doesn't even make sense. All right? So, your body here, your mind should be here. All right? And I'm going to teach you guys what to do. But let's talk about anxiety first. So, how many of you guys deal with anxiety? All right? Here you are today, you're sitting on the couch. All right? Then you notice that, all right, you know, I got laid off back here, so I'm kind of nervous about getting another job. So you get anxious about interview you have coming up, right? You really worked up and anxious about it. You can't really sleep properly. Why? Because you got laid off back here, and it was traumatic for you. They let you go without you knowing. It was really abrupt. You did not expect it, right? So now every time you think about a job, getting a job, you are feeling anxious. Okay? All right? Then right here, you got abused in the past. So right here, you don't even feel safe in relationships. Okay? You don't even feel safe in relationships. You're over here anxious about your new one. You're trying to get out there and date and, you know, have a healthy, loving relationship, but you have anxiety around love. You know, you can't feel completely comfortable. Why? Because you have unresolved trauma from your past that you never resolved. And because you didn't resolve it, it's impacting how you maneuver in the future. You understand? So here we're off again because your mind is off thinking about things in the future. 2 weeks from now, a month from now, tomorrow, right? Okay. And here your body is right here. So your body is this way. We mixed up again. Your body is here, but your mind is off in the future. Again, wherever your body is, your mind must be. Put it in the comments. Wherever your body is, your mind must be. Put it in the comments for me. I'm not going to keep going until I see y'all put that in the comments for me. Because we must understand. We got to keep our mind with us. Wherever your body is, your mind must be. Wherever your body is, your mind must be. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Someone said, date who? Phones stay dry, don't even try. Oh my God. You guys, we're going to get up out of that, okay? We're going to get up out of that. Y'all make me laugh. Y'all make me laugh so much. I love it. Crazy how true this is. Damn. Yes. Isn't it crazy, Marie? So again, we're breaking down this this life stuff. We're not making this complicated. So if you notice that you are sitting in this life stuff, we're not making this complicated. So if you notice that you are sitting in your car driving, right? You on your way to work and you get to work and you're like, damn, how did I even get here? I didn't even realize how I drove to work. I don't even know if there was people in the road on my way here. I don't know, right? Because your mind was somewhere else. Your body was in the car, but your mind was somewhere else, okay? What you are doing here, when you are worried about the future, when you are negatively anticipating things in the future hurting you, you know that in the future, you got a 50-50 chance of things going good or bad. You know, it could go either way or anything in between. Anything in between, right? It's the future, right? But you always latching on to and thinking about negative stuff happening. Negative stuff happening, right? So what is that? You're creating a state of being within yourself called what? Anxiety. And then you're walking around saying, I'm anxious. I deal with anxiety. I have bad panic attacks. That was me. That was me 20 years ago. I had such bad panic attacks. I'm telling y'all, y'all know them panic attacks ain't no joke. Baby, when I tell you, you're instantly, it's like you just everything normal, and then instantly out of the blue, I get a panic attack, sweat just dripping. It's like, damn. It's like the temperature goes instantly to 150 degrees and you just like drenched in sweat, right? The world stops, baby. Everything in slow motion. Everything gets dizzy, right? It gets crazy. One time I was in the mall by myself. This happened and I passed straight out on the floor in the mall. Y'all know how hard the mall floors are, okay? I don't even know how I don't have a concussion or didn't have a concussion, but wake up to people being like, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, are you okay? Goodness gracious. I had to do something about it. I could not live like that, right? So I went to my psychologist in college and I said, listen up. I said, I need help. I said, I can't control my thoughts. I can't control them. And I need help. I said, it feels like if I'm not controlling them, somebody's controlling them, right? Something was controlling my thoughts, baby. And so she tried to put me on medication. Now, instead of going on medication at 19, I knew that I had to do something. I had to figure out this mind stuff because, you know, I felt like if I didn't get a grip on it, something was like in my head doing it. That's what it felt like to me. Okay. So it sent me on a journey to understand how the mind works. All right. So raise your hand if you want to know, right, how to change this, how to get up out of that anxiety like I did. Okay. If you want to know how to deal with your depression that you no longer have as of today, or your anxiety that you no longer have as of today, or your anxiety that you no longer have as of today. Because see, you have to stop claiming it if you want to heal it. If you want to change it, you can't be sitting up here saying, I'm depressed. Well, I want to heal myself. Baby, you got to stop claiming it. You got to stop speaking it. You got to stop thinking it. You understand? You got to stop it. Okay? So you cannot sit up here and say, I have cancer. I am healed. You can't do that. It doesn't even make logical sense if you think about it, right? So again, we're going to break down this life stuff in simple form so that you guys can start implementing this stuff today. Nobody has time to waste. Raise your hand if you have time to waste. You got time to waste, raise your hand, because baby, I don't have time to waste. I don't have 20 years to figure it out. I ain't got a week to figure it out. Baby, I ain't even got 48 hours to figure it out. I want to figure it out now. Okay, if you want a copy of this mind map and you can't print it out, you can't take a screenshot, go to the website. We are all winning. Okay, you can go to the site, join the Winner Circle. It's free. It's our community, our family here. I call us the Winner Circle. Why? Because I want us all to win, baby. I want us all to win. Okay. Our slogan is, we are all winning. We are all winning. Okay. This is our slogan. Look at that beautiful logo. All right. If you want a copy of this, you can print it out. Just go to Winner Circle. Go to join the Winner Circle and it'll come instantly to your email. Print that sucker out. Keep it on your desk. Keep it somewhere you will see it on a daily basis to keep yourself reminded of what's going on with this depression and anxiety. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you guys now how to get out of this. Okay. All right. How to get out of this. So some people can do the screenshots. It depends on what state you're in, and some people can't. I don't know. why they're doing that, but that's what it is. So now, this is what you do. All right. It's so simple. All right. Are you guys ready? Say ready in the comments. And I hope we done got these likes up. Oh, my first favorite TikToker. Oh my God, that's so sweet. I love you so much. I love y'all. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. All right, guys, you ready? Okay. Today is 8/6, right? You are sitting in your house. You are sitting in your car. You are cooking breakfast, right? And you find yourself anxious. You find yourself stressed. You find yourself worked up, right? What do I want you to do? I want you to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Okay? So you're going to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Okay? What am I thinking about? I'm going to write it down for you guys. Okay? What am I thinking about? Okay? When you ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Right? Because your emotions are going to be that gauge. Your emotions are going to be a trigger to ask yourself, what am I thinking? When you figure out what you're thinking about, right, I want you to stop the thought dead in its tracks, all right? So this is depression over here. This is anxiety over here. You may deal with one or both, all right? If you find that you're sitting on the couch and your mind starts drifting off like this, going headed this way to the past, I want you to stop the thought dead in its tracks. And I want you to bring your mind back to the present tense, okay? Here, your mind was drifting back to the past, headed this way, but I want you to stop it dead in its tracks. Wherever it is in the process, it doesn't matter. Don't judge yourself. All I want you to do is stop it. Bring your thought back to the present. Because see, your body is here. Your mind needs to be here. Your body is here. Your mind needs to be here. Okay? So when you check in with the present, when you bring your mind back, I want you to check in with the present. How do you check in with the present? You say things like, what is this I see? What is this I hear? What's this I smell? Okay, you're bringing your awareness back to the present tense. Where are you? Where's your body? Oh, I'm just in the car. Okay, what is that you see? Oh, that's just someone crossing the street. Okay, oh, what's that I hear? That's just someone blowing their horn. Because see, you were in the car and your mind was somewhere else. But we're bringing that mind back to where we are. What do we do then? So you check in with the present. See, these sound like a lot of steps, but when you get in the flow of it, it's only going to take a couple seconds, okay? All right? So you check in with the present. What's that I smell? What's that I see? What's that I hear? Right? When you do that, then I want you to regulate your breathing, okay? I want you to regulate your breathing. How do we do that? Breathe in and out 5 times, okay? Breathe in and out deeply 5 times. In with the nose, out with the mouth. 5 times, right? Okay? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get the comments. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Tap that screen for me. Tap that screen for me. Sorry about that, guys. Tap the screen. I'm just trying to get some of these comments. Okay. Please. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that U-turn. Okay, Christian? We got to do that U-turn with the mind. All right. Thank you guys so much for tapping that screen. Okay, I'm going up here. Okay. So, again, you're going to regulate your breathing 5 times. Then I want you to do one final step. One final step. What is your final step? Okay. I want you to affirm something that makes you feel empowered. Okay. So here your mind was starting to drift off and make you feel sad, make you feel stressed, make you feel anxious, right? Again, all right. You want to stop that thought. Bring your mind back to the present. Okay. When you get to the present, I want you to check in with the present. Present, I'm here. Okay. I see what's around you. I see you just around. I see you driving in the car. Okay, present, I'm here. Okay. I see the light is red. I hear that car blasting its music. I hear the present. The mind needs to come and check in with the present body. Okay. All right. Check in. When you check in, what do I want you to do? I want you to regulate your breathing 5 times. Inhale, outhale, inhale, outhale, inhale, outhale. 3, exhale. I said outhale. Baby, I'm on a roll. Inhale and exhale. Okay. 5 times, right? Then I want you to affirm. Then I want you to affirm to yourself something that makes you feel empowered. Okay, so if you were sitting here getting anxious about the job that you're going to be interviewing for, after you do your breathing here, you're going to affirm something like, I am safe. I am enough. I'm good. Okay, I'm strong. I got this job, right? Raise your hand if this makes sense. Raise your hand if this makes sense. Maria over here laughing at me. I was on the road, right? Okay, love you, Lakita. Best wishes to grandma. So on board with outhale. You was on board with the outhale. That's crazy. I don't know what I was saying. Thank you for this. Most of us are needing to be helped with. Yes, that's why I always go over this, Christian Dior. This is why I always go over this, right? Why is it important that I go over this? Okay. Why do I? Okay, hold on. Someone says, let me see. Okay, Lakita. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, my darlings. There's too many comments. I can't even okay. All right, I love you guys. What is TYVM? What's TYVM? Okay. Any questions about this so far? If you want a copy of this, you can get this on the site. Let me give you guys the site. Okay. Where's my marker? Okay. If you are new here, also get your materials for class. You'll see the tab, okay? Get your materials for class, all right? Oh, no more panic attacks. Hell to the no, okay? It's been years. I don't ever want to experience that again. Here, you can find that I also offer one-time consultations. I also do 60-day mentorships. If you have goals that you want to accomplish, but you want someone to lovingly hold you accountable, yes, I'm going to be giving you action items every week that align with your goals. So say you have a goal to start a business, right? We're going to be taking action items, taking action steps each week to go towards that goal, right? So yes, I'm going to hold you accountable, but your life changes, right? You have someone that's there holding your hand, walking with you to ensure that you can change your program fully. Because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll start doing the work, but then they'll get comfortable and give up. They'll hit an obstacle and they'll give up, or they don't have the guidance that they need, so they will give up, right? They get in their head too much. They listen to other people. They get discouraged, right? If this is you, then you may benefit from the mentorship. Also, when you get the mentorship, you get the class materials, which are the books. So Manifest the Best book teaches you how to transform your life. And then Manifestation Mastery teaches you how to keep that transformation. Okay. So when you sign up for the mentorship, you get weekly calls with me. You also get a Winner Circle coffee mug. You also get your materials. You get the frequency healing track, and you get access to whatever classes I teach for that duration of your mentorship. So, for instance, yesterday we had a digital products class. On Friday we had a vision board class. We have another vision board class coming up August, I think 11 for right now. Depending on how many people sign up, it may get pushed back. So you do have great benefits with the mentorship. And again, yes, we give you work. I give you work. I meet with you every week, but your life changes. Right? That's what we need sometimes. Like we just need somebody to like give us that nudge, stick with us, motivate us, keep pushing us, you know. I also offer the one-time consultations if you know that you have questions about something, you need guidance with one specific thing, or you're trying to work through something specifically, please consider the one-time consultations. I would love to speak with you. Um, it has been a blessing being on TikTok. I have been able to expand my reach. I have helped doctors. I have helped psychiatrists, psychologists. I have helped even those some in the public eye that I will not mention. So, and my oldest client has been 80 years old. My youngest has been 19. So as long as you have the will to want something better, to want to do something better, I break it down for you in the ebooks, Manifest the Best and Manifestation Mastery. If you're new here, you definitely want to get the book bundle. It's discounted, but those materials really they're quick ebook reads. So it's your responsibility to get, you know, the knowledge via your reading. So and the workbook. So you work through it. And then you come to the lives to me and actually get the teachings. So I'm not just out there leaving you with these products. I'm actually teaching from them during my lives. So if you have questions, if there's things you don't understand, this is when you come to class and you interact, right? And so, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. But this is the site. We are all winning. And again, regardless of what, if you get any of the services or products or anything, please join the winner's circle. Okay. Again, that's our family. We have we have over 600. I had to stop counting. I have to figure out how many we have now, but we have a lot of members since February. So, do we have any questions really quickly right now about the mind controlling our depression, our anxiety? Now, listen, we're gonna have to do this mind mastery all day, every day. Okay, when I tell you to stop your thoughts, bring your awareness back to the present, check in with the present, do your breathing, and say your affirmation, this all can happen fairly quickly, but you may need to do it a million times a day. All right, it's very important that you do it. Okay, you can't see the site. We are all winning. All right, we are all winning.com. Thank you so much. It's very important that let me do something. It's very important that what was I going to say? Oh, we ensure that we are practicing this all the time, guys. Why? Because your mind is a super creative tool. Okay. It's a super creative tool. So if you allow it to go out here and let me write it in here. I'm creating a sticker so you guys can see my website. Because it's a website. Okay. So the website is weareallwinning.com, right? But of course, TikTok does not want me to type the .com. Oh, you are. That's so good. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it, right? So the reason why the website is We Are All Winning, weareallwinning.com. You see that? Does not only a single mom. Does not having your dad in your life, only a single mom, really have an effect on a child's growth? Um, I think both parents are important to a child. I really do. But it does not mean that you cannot raise a healthy minded child either. The group and the ebook is for the manifestation Tuesdays. So every Tuesday for the month of August, we are having, so we have four more Tuesdays. August had 5. So if you want, you can get the book bundle where that includes the class and the book. It's discounted. I broke up with my ex and he was my oldest child's father. I felt like it was better for my son to see me happy than to see me arguing. But I do still feel like both parents play a very important part in their child's life. So I just because that was me and his relationship, I did not keep my child from seeing him or anything like that either. I made sure that they, had their relationship. So, um, do we have any other questions? These are good questions. These are good questions. Okay. Okay, October 7th, guys. Don't forget about October 7th. What are we having October 7th? We are having the Winner Circle Mind Shift webinar. Okay. When I tell y'all, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You guys, it's going to be amazing. All right. So let me put this here. Okay. So here's all of my information. Right here up here, guys, you guys can see the site. Okay. You also can see the books for class, Manifest the Best and Manifestation Mastery. Yeah, BHO, let me tell you. Okay. So, do you need consultations or you just want your class materials? If you need a consultation, there is a book and a consultation option. Or just get your books for class and then come to class, girl. All right. But everything up here is included. Okay. Everything up here is listed, for you guys. Okay. So, why do we want to ensure, right? Why do we want to ensure that? Hold on, someone's sending me a message. Okay. Okay, so why do we want to ensure that we are mastering our mind, right? If we don't master our mind, then we'll be going against the work that we are putting in, okay? We're going to be going against the work that we are putting in. All right. So I can teach you how to manifest all day long, but if your mind is working against you, you'll never get the things that you desire. All right. You'll never get the things that you desire. Okay. I need you guys to tap the screen and share the live. All right. Tap the screen and share the live for me. All right. So let's go into it. Okay. So let's go into it. So again, we have a person here. And they have something in their mind that they want to create, right? Whether it be money, love, whatever it is. Okay. Okay. So we know that when we have the desire, right? When we have the desire, okay, it is within us. We know that it already exists, okay? It already exists, okay? So this is our goal. So you have someone here and they're headed towards their goal. And where's their goal? Okay. We have someone headed towards their goal. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. Okay, perfect. Okay. So on the journey to get to their goal, they may have obstacles, okay, that they have to accomplish or work through. Okay. Okay. So there are going to be different obstacles that are going to come up when you have goals, right? You have to make it to this goal. All right. So where do I see, this is the problem. This is why I see a lot of people don't make it to the goal. Why? Why don't they make it to the goal? Okay. They don't make it to the goal because one, they stop at obstacles. They let the obstacles keep them, right? They let the obstacles stop them. Okay. Keep them from moving forward, right? How many of you guys have had something you wanted to accomplish and then you hit a bump in the road and you have not gone back to that goal since, right? You haven't even revisited the goal since because you hit one obstacle, and then you ended it. You stopped, right? Happens all the time, right? So of course, I've been working with people enough that I know that this is one of the things that they struggle with. Okay. Obstacles. What else do they struggle with? They have a hard time being consistent. Okay. Some people they have a goal here, but then they change and go down this road, and now they're headed towards another goal. Then they change their mind. Now they're headed towards another goal. Okay. How many of you guys know people like that? Okay. They come up with one goal and then it's not moving or working as fast as they want to. Then they moving on to another one. Then they moving on to another one. Right. You know of anybody like that? Anybody? Okay. All right. So consistency will keep you from experiencing your goal, right? Doesn't that make sense? Okay. Consistency. How can you get to this goal if you keep getting off track, right? So consistency. That's a big issue for people who are trying to manifest goals. Okay. So I see this issue all the time. Consistency, obstacles. What about mindset? Yes, their mindset. Okay. If their mind is always focused on negativity, if their mind is always focused on things that hurt them and don't feel good, their mindset will keep them from achieving this goal, won't it? Right? They're never going to get to the goal if they keep allowing their mindset to be focused on negativity. Okay? So here, their mindset. I know that this is an issue. Okay? Mindset is an issue. Raise your hand if you're following me. Raise your hands if you're following me. Okay? Let me get a thumbs up. Let me get a raise of hand. Something. Generator, human design. I'm all over. You're a manifesting generator. Wow. Okay. Shanti said, just stepped in. Why are you talking about me, ma'am? Okay. I've been there, y'all, so I can talk about it, okay? I can talk about it. Okay, good. All right. So, again, all of these issues are in the second book. Manifestation Mastery. I talk about all of these things, these hiccups in the book. And I also give resolution to each and every one of them. There's no reason why you should be struggling with being consistent. There's no reason why you should be struggling with your mindset, right? Your obstacles. If I'll say go to this chapter, go to chapter 1 in Manifestation Mastery. That talks about being consistent. That's the first damn chapter, because people, how you gonna get there if you keep changing your focus? That's common sense. If you live in New York, and we got to get to Cali, and so before we get going, you put in the destination map, California, okay? And now we get in the car and we start driving. And when we get 30 miles down the road, you change the destination map to Massachusetts. Now we headed towards Massachusetts, and now we start driving for 50 miles. We driving down. Now you change the destination again to Florida. Baby, we all over the place. We never gonna get to California. You're never gonna get to your goal. You understand? Okay. So this is why I wrote the second book, because I want you guys to use the tools that are in the book. If you guys use the tool, take advantage of the information that I'm just throwing at you guys. I did the work and found the information so you guys can actually implement this stuff and change your life. It's like, how much easier can people make it for you, right? Then evaluating, number one, evaluating the issues, giving you resolution to the issues, and then people will still wonder what to do. If you just read and apply, listen to me and apply. It does no good, baby, if you just listen. Listen. Okay, you listening, but are you applying? Okay. Why are you applying? Okay. All right. Someone says, why are you yelling? Baby, you ain't heard no yelling, honey. You ain't even heard no yelling, honey. Okay. So we got this is what are some more obstacles? What are some more issues? What are some more reasons why I'm seeing my people not out here accomplishing their goals? Okay. So we got the obstacles. We got consistency. We got mindset. What else? What else that stops them? Definitely not money. Okay. Absolutely fear. Fear will stop people. What else? Self-worth. You got to feel worthy of having what it is that you desire. If you don't even feel worthy of it, how can you create it? You are the creator, right? But if you don't feel worthy of holding, touching, smelling, feeling, whatever it is you're trying to create, you will never have it. Okay? You'll never have it. Okay? The only way you can have what it is you desire in this world is if you create it. How do you create it? You must be it. How do you be it? You be it by using your creative tools. You use it by using your creative tools. This is how you exude something from the inside out. Okay? You must exude it from the inside out. Okay? All right? Yeah, don't listen to people who say you can't do it. I'll get into that. All right? I'll get into that for sure. All right? So, what else? Okay, what else is in my book? Let me see. I talk about gratitude, mindset, gratitude. I'll put that with self-worth. You got to be grateful for what you have when you have it now, baby. You got to be grateful. Okay? You got to be grateful. All right? Oh, another one. People have an issue with change. They fear change. Okay? So this is where I should put this. They fear change. You want something different. How many times y'all have heard people say, "Oh yes, I want a new relationship. I'm tired of this toxic stuff, but I don't want to meet nobody new. I don't want to meet nobody new. I don't want to start all over. I don't want to have to, like, what is you talking about? I promise you, when it's right, it's going to feel good. When it's right, it's going to feel good, baby. It ain't going to feel like all this messy shit you've been used to. Okay? All right? Yeah, you want that what's it called? You want that new job. You want that higher up job at your company, right? You want it, but you don't feel like you worthy of having it. So you like, nah, you go ahead, you apply for it. Okay, you get that promotion. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I can get it. Right? So nah, you probably won't get it. You don't even feel worthy of having it. Why would you get it? Right? If you just want to play it safe all the time, how would you get it? Right? How would you get it? Right? Okay. So these are all things that I talk about in the book, Manifestation Mastery. Okay, let me show you guys the book. I love the books. I love my books. Okay, this is the second one. This is the table of contents. But this is the second book right here. Okay. This is the Manifestation Mastery, Your Guide to Lasting Transformation. Okay. This is the table of contents. Again, I talk about the power of consistency, mind mastery, maintaining self-love and gratitude. I talk about overcoming obstacles, embracing change and growth. I also talk about embodying your new identity. Here, I also talk about divine timing, which people have issues with, right? We want what we want when we want it, but you got to be able to trust in divine timing. You got to know when to take inspired action, right? I also give super tips, okay, and I also talk about what's your game plan. You got to have a game plan. If you know that just like we do our fire drills, how many of you guys have in school, baby, you didn't stop, dropped, and rolled like 50 million times. You know what to do if there's ever a fire. I ain't never experienced a fire, right? But I know what to do. So you need to have your game plan for when you may experience some hiccups, right? So you got to know who you are. If you know, okay, when things happen to me, I sometimes shut down for a week, right? If you know that you shut down for a week, right? Every time somebody gets you off your rocker, you got to have a plan for next time. You say, okay, next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow myself one day to sit in the bed, mope around. But then after that, I'm going to get myself up. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to have my playlist ready. Right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. What are the things that make you happy? You got to have your game plan. Okay. So I talk about that. All right. Again, this second book should resolve any of the issues that you are experiencing when you're trying to level up. There's no excuses. Right? So I also give you guys a Mindful Moments daily guide. And I give you access to my frequency healing track. Woohoo! Okay. So here's my introduction. And each chapter is going to look just like this. So you're going to have an inspiring quote For this one, for consistency, I say success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals, right? So when my clients say, hey, I'm having trouble, like just I can't decide, I keep going back and forth, I tell them, I could say, go to this chapter. So they read this quote, right? Then they read my input on it. So here I talk about, because this book picks up right from the first one. So I go into talking about how important consistency is, etc. I talk about forming new habits, setting and sticking to routines. Like all of my clients, they have routines. Everybody that I mentor, I tell them to have a routine, right? You got to overcome procrastination. I talk about that. And then I also give tools. Okay. So I give them tools to use, like ideas. So habit trackers, reminders, reward systems, right? So we are resolving our issues. We're not just dealing with them. Like we're actually resolving them. Okay. And then I give an affirmation. You should be saying this. If you're dealing with consistency, right? You should be affirming, I am committed to my journey and consistently uphold my new practices. That should be your affirmation. Okay. Then right here, guess what I give you? I give you crystal recommendations. How many of you guys are into crystals? Solfeggio frequency, healing frequency recommendations. I give you little actions, items to take, practices, right? And then look, I give you an exercise. So every single chapter comes just like this, thorough. Okay, very thorough. I am trying to set us all up for success. This is my goal. We're all winning. So here I'm talking about mind mastery. Same thing. I go into everything. I give you exercises, right? So all of these chapters are basically formatted the same way. And then I go into, I give you a final like exercise to partake in. It's called the Game of Life, Leveling Up. Okay, so this helps with actually embodying the new identity that you are trying to change into, right? So I give an analogy that came from my masterclass where I act like we're in video games, right? So I tell you to pretend that you're in a video game here, and then we break down how you embody this identity, this transformation, okay? So this is fun because I go through all of that. And then I talk about divine timing, inspired action. I also give super tips. The super tips are left for the people who do purchase the books. So I don't really talk about those. And then here, this is when I'm talking about the game plan. So you guys, I create all of my materials from scratch myself. I really am passionate about this stuff. This mindful moments guide, this just gives like little reminders that you can pick from throughout the day. Things that will help you remain mindful. This is just a couple. Offer to complete a task for someone. Spend a few minutes journaling, complete some body stretches, play your top 3 favorite songs. So these are, I have plenty of them for you to choose from. So you can choose from any of those, which are nice. And then right here, you will have access to the 528 frequency healing track. So I can't play it right now because I'm streaming live on the tube. Yes. Let me go ahead and end that.